Hello, Kurshat Hoja. My name is Layth Radwan. I'm a graduate from Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering Department from Mitto, and now I'm doing my master degree in occupational health and safety in the second year, and also I am working as a drilling engineer in Golu Underground Natural Storage Project in a private company called Ocean Mic Drilling. First of all, I wish you a happy new year. Today I will talk about underground natural gas storage in Turkey. Following is my outline. I will give a brief information about the natural gas market in Turkey. I will talk about the natural gas and pipelines in Turkey. I will move on with underground gas storage and talk about Silivri and Tuzgulu projects. And I will finish my presentation by giving information about the climate and society impacts of underground gas storage in Turkey. So let's start with the characteristics of the natural gas market in Turkey. The consumption in Turkey of the natural gas is about 45 billion cubic meter. The import from Russia, Iran, and Azerbaijan, and Algeria, and other outside countries is about 45.2 billion cubic meter, which is about 99% of the consumption of Turkey. Turkey's production of natural gas is too low. It's only 483.4 million cubic meters. We should know that the consumption is gradually increasing. In 2020, it will be about 2.3. There are some reserves, natural gas reserves in the Black Sea and also in the Mediterranean around Turkey. The reserves are estimated about 218 billion cubic feet. The exploration is continuing by Turkish Petroleum. There are drilling ships such as Fatih. They are doing drilling and exploration for natural gas. The pie graph in this slide showing the sectoral consumption in Turkey. Most of the natural gas is consumed in producing electricity and in industry and by householders. We can also see from the table that Russia play the most important factor in importing natural gas, in exporting natural gas to Turkey. Let's talk about the infrastructures of pipelines in Turkey. We should know that natural gas transportation in Turkey has a strategic role because Turkey is between Europe and Caspian. So there are important lines go through Turkey. There are TANAP, the Blue Stream from Russia, Turkish Stream 1 and 2 also from Russia. There are one pipe from Iran and pipe from Kurdish region from Iraq. Turkey is working on becoming a natural gas hub. In other words, natural gas hub is a region which determines the natural gas price, such as Henry Hub in America. So we have three main corridors: the North-South corridor, the Caspian Middle Eastern corridor, and the Mediterranean corridor, which have planned pipelines, such as a pipeline between Israel from Leviathan field, natural gas field, to Iskenderun city in Turkey. To talk about the gas storage in Turkey, we should know that the Turkey's energy security is related with the amount of gas stored in Turkey, because Turkey does not have production. As we mentioned before, Turkey imports 99% of its consumed gas. However, there are significant large volumes of gas storage in Turkey. Some of them are in LNG terminals, such as Marmara, Ereğli LNG, Ali Ağa LNG, and there are underground storage facilities such as Golu and Silivri. And there is a planned underground natural gas storage project in salt formation. It's similar to Tuzgulu. It will be in Tarsus province in Mersin. It's not constructed yet. It's a planned one. It will be constructed until 2030. So what is underground gas storage? Underground storage is injection of natural gas into reserves, underground reserves. These reserves can be natural, such as depleted or used oil and gas natural reserve fields, or it can be human-made, such as salt formations, where we made caverns, or it can be depleted aquifers. There is no depleted aquifers in Turkey. There are some definitions we should know in the storage science. There is the total gas storage capacity, with the maximum volume of gas that can be stored in a storage facility, and this amount depends on the characteristic of the reservoirs, and of course on the surface wellhead equipments, the used pipelines. Secondly, there is the base gas or quotient gas, which is the amount of gas which is remained inside the reservoir to keep a stable pressure inside the reservoir. Also, there is the working gas, which is the volume of gas that can be injected and withdrawn, or in other words, the gas which is given to the marketplace. The deliverability of the reservoir, which is the amount of gas that can be withdrawn from the facility daily. There is the peak rate, with the peak flow rate, which can be withdrawn when the reservoir is full. So why we need to store gas? Gas storage is needed because there is a high gap between gas consumption in winter and summer. So in other words, there is a seasonal differences in natural gas consumption. According to EIA, Energy Information Administration, the ratio of winter to summer consumption can be reached 4:1 at times of peak daily demand. In the graph, we can see the gap of natural gas consumption between summer and winter. There's a peak of usage in winter months because we use natural gas in warming. Also, we need more energy generation in winter. So what we do, we inject the gas in winter months, in summer months, and we withdraw it in winter when the demand is increased. So why we do this? Because the contracts between the companies is a long time contracts. For example, a contract between Potash and the Russian company Gazprom is till 2040. So Potash have to take all the gas which was signed in the contracts. Doesn't matter in winter or summer. So it cannot say I want a little amount of gas in summer and much more in winter. So they take all the gas. They can store some of it in summer and use the store gas in winter. The first natural gas storage project in Turkey was Silivri project. Silivri project is located in Northern Marmara in Silivri region, 65 km distance from Istanbul. It's a good location because it is close to Istanbul. The facility have two fields. One are Northern Marmara and the other one is Degirmenkoy. The total facility storage capacity is 2.8 billion cubic meters, and now there is an expansion project going on in Silivri, and the capacity will be increased to 4.2 billion cubic meters. There are new wells will be drilled on offshore, as shown in the figure above. A jack-up drilling rig will be used. Now it arrived about 3 months ago. A company called Middle East Drilling. It's a Turkish company. Will do the drilling activities of the drilling. Silivri project is an important project. This field was belonged to Turkish Petroleum in 1994. There was gas producing in these fields. Then a contract between Turkish Petroleum and Botaş changed the field to a storage to a natural gas storage field, as you can see. In the photo above on the left, we can see the common needed wells for a storage facility in a depleted gas reservoir. We need a safety well, we need an injection withdrawal well, we need a gas monitoring well. These projects are expensive projects, need huge investments. They are sensitive projects, but also they are important projects for the country energy security. Golu Basin underground natural gas storage. Here we inject the gas in a human-made salt caverns. To make the caverns, we drill the formation to 1,500 meters, and then we inject fresh water to leach the salt. Then we discharge the leached salt, or which we call the brine, to Golu. So the fresh water will be supplied from Herfanli Dam, and the salt water, which is produced from the cavern, will be sent to a specific area in Golu. After the cavern is finished, natural gas will be injected to the cavern. This type of storage is very common in the world. There are about 1,000 caverns in Europe. The first cavern was made in Canada. This type of storage is safe because the salt is impermeable and the gas cannot leak from the salt formations. Currently, in this project, we are working on expansion of the wells. We are drilling new wells. I'm working as a drilling engineer in the drilling process of the wells. A new 48 wells will be drilled, and the capacity of the project will be increased to 5.2 billion cubic feet, billion cubic meters, which is about 1/3 of Turkish annual gas consumption. It's a good amount of natural gas. In this table, you can find a comparison between the project which was made 2012 and the project which is now currently ongoing. Let's move with the climate impacts of underground gas storage. As we mentioned before, most of the natural gas consumption in Turkey is used for electricity and power generation. So, according to Energy Information and Administration, natural gas is relatively clean burning fossil fuel, so it have fewer emissions and fewer carbon dioxide emission. So if we have an enough amount of stored natural gas in winter, we can use this amount to generate power instead of coal. From the figures, you can see that the amount of coal used to generate power in winter and in summer is different. In summer it's 31% in 2016, but in winter it increased to 36%. And the gas, because we don't have enough gas in Turkey, these graphs are for Turkey. So if we have more natural gas, it will be used instead of coal. In other words, the Golu and Silivri projects will enhance supply security in the winter for gas-fired power generation. So we will reduce the requirement for coal, and this result in decreasing the greenhouse gas emissions. The second point for climate impacts is that gas-fired generation will continue to enable Turkey to deal with the hydro variations. It's the same point. If we have more gas in winter, we will use it to generate power instead of water. You can see from the graphs, in winter more hydro is released because we don't have enough gas, because potash gives the gas to householders in the winters, not to power generators. So power generators have to use fuel oil or hydros. So let's talk about the society impact, since our course is about environment, society, and technology. Due to Tuz project, let's talk about Tuz project as an example. Due to Tuz project, 28 settlements will be affected from this project. Most of them are in Aksaray province due to the fresh water pipelines from Herfalni Dam and the brine discharge pipeline, and also the Anadolu natural gas pipeline, which will be used to supply natural gas to the caverns to inject it. But according to the project which was proposed to World Bank, potash commits to promote sustainable development and social welfare in the affected areas. In this table, we can see the number of landowners and the area that will be affected due to the Tozgulu project, from freshwater lines, from surface facilities, from drilled 48 new wells will be drilled, in addition to the 12 wells that was drilled in 2012. Those who are affected from this project can apply to the government according to the resettlement law number 5543, which is a Turkish law. This is the end of my presentation. Here are my references. Thank you for listening, Kürşat Hoca. Again, I wish you a happy new year, and I want to thank you for your beneficial lectures you have shared with us. See you.